Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Furthermore, welcome back to yet another exciting figure review. Tonight we're taking a look at the Super Mario Galaxy movie Rosalina figure from Jakks Pacific. And man, I have been playing the Mario Galaxy video game to get hyped for this movie, and Rosalina might be my second favorite fictional babe, okay? Of course, only second to my number one fictional babe, Black Widow, but Rosalina is definitely up there.
Wait, who? What? Is she a goddess? She's so beautiful. I think I'm in love, dude. I think she might replace Black Widow for me. Just kidding. No one can replace Black Widow. I've been watching you from here. This place is called the Gateway to the Starry Sky. My name is Rosalina. I watch over and protect the cosmos.
She's so beautiful, like her goddess-like majesty. If she isn't goddess-like she is in the video games, in the movie, they didn't do this character justice. Anyway, you can see the box here with some blues and purples with some kind of glitter effects to make up the stars in the galaxy. You got Mario there. You got the Super Mario Galaxy movie render there. You got like some planet in the background. Side of the box here, you can see a nice glamour shot of Rosalina with some pearlescent silver in the back. That's really nice. It says her name, Rosalina. And then the back of the box, of course, you have her name, the name of the movie, the galaxy background with some glittery stars, glamour shot of the figure, realistic eyes, premium details, and 10 points of articulation. Side of the box, another glamour shot of the figure with the movie's logo. And then you got this kind of like meteor-style planet with like a smoky ring around it. Very reminiscent of like Saturn. And then you got Yoshi with the small little mini Bowser on him, like riding him. That's pretty cool. And then the top of the box, you just have the logo of the movie, the name of the character, and some more galaxy background. But that pretty much wraps up the packaging, so I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm practically giddy to get this girl out of the box and take a closer look at her. With that being said, I'm going to take a few minutes to do that. Don't go away. There's more figure review to be had. Alright, before we take a look at Rosalina herself, I'm going to quickly go through her two accessories. The first one of which being her magic wand. This is something that's carried over from the video games. She does use this wand to perform various powerful magical feats. Really, really cool. Definitely looks super accurate to what is in the games. I'm sure this is how it also looks in the movie. Really, really cool. Just a simple gray rod with a yellow star on there. Probably meant to represent one of the Lumas, which Rosalina is sort of the mother figure to. She takes care of them. So that's really cool. And then, last up for accessories, we do have this little base for Rosalina. It plugs into the bottom of the figure. We will bring in Rosalina right now. And you can see it has this kind of interesting shape on the bottom. That lines up to the bottom of Rosalina's dress, and it allows the figure to stand. Because of the way her dress is, she wouldn't have been able to stand otherwise. And it also gives Rosalina this look like she's floating ethereally. So I'm going to move up the camera and we'll take a closer look at Rosalina herself. And here is Rosalina. She looks amazing. I love her so much. So before we take a look at the articulation and give her her accessory, I want to quickly take a look at the figure in its details and all that stuff first. So she does have this really nice ornate kind of silver crown. It does have these red and blue gemstones. Really nice. I love the detail of her hair too, where it's like every strand of hair you can clearly see. She's got these glass eyes, which are meant to give off a lifelike look. And they almost look like they follow you, no matter where you move the head, I'm noticing. That's kind of creepy. And she's got these nice, really nice looking kind of glossy salmon-colored lips. She does have these earrings on both sides that are stars, and I really love her hair. Like, it's super spiky, and I really like that look. And of course, the hair over the eye. And there is another eye underneath her hair. Like, they didn't, downright avoid putting that in just because it's covered by the hair. But you can see me lifting the strand of hair up. You can see there is a actual eye under there that they've made, despite it being covered by this hair right here, which I really like the look of that. That looks pretty cool. She does have this really cool dress, which has got all this like kind of glitter effects in it, making it look really cosmic and ethereal is the best way I could describe it. She's got this kind of star brooch here. Even like these parts that hang down from her dress, they look very ornate. They almost kind of look like the ornate designs that you might see on like a tablecloth at your grandma's house. Something like that. She does have this like lighter color at the bottom of her dress here. I don't know if that's another dress that's underneath this one, but she does have that. And even her dress, like taking a look at her dress, it feels less like a dress and more like a kind of nightgown, like a fancy nightgown. So very, very cozy. And you can see she does have slippers on, which again, it like feeds into the cozy design. And then, the base is pegged in the bottom there. But really, really cool. For articulation, her head can move side to side. It can move down and up. She does have a really flexible breast crunch there. Her arms can move fully out. She can do the T-pose and showcase her dominance. She does have movement in her, upper shoulder, like the bicep. I don't know what that is, but she does have movement there. And she can move her arms. Okay, I messed up how these are supposed to go. Okay, so she can move her arms back and forth really nicely. Not much range of movement here, but there is movement, so that's nice. That's on both sides. They can move back and forth. And she does have rotation in her hands. They're very petite, and there is no movement in the fingers like there was on Bowser Jr., which I think helps her to hold her accessory quite nicely, which Jr. struggled with. But that is pretty much all the articulation you're going to get on this girl. There really is not a lot to her. But I don't think you'd expect that out of a Rosalina figure. Anyway, to actually get her wand in her hand, you're going to take her hand, and it is pre-posed. You're going to just slot this into her hand, and she will be able to hold her wand and do some magic, which I think is really cool. Actually, I think you might have to wedge this into kind of her sleeve there for her to hold it properly without it slipping. But she can hold her wand, and it is really, really cool. She actually is able to somewhat decently hold her accessory. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like this figure a lot. Now, granted, it is not extremely posable like Junior, but then again, you had the dress to deal with, right? So it's literally only like the head and torso that has articulation to it. But it's fine. I don't feel like it takes too much away from the figure. If you wanted to have an articulated torso, maybe you could have had like the dress segment be segmented, but I really don't mind at all. And for comparison, I guess we'll bring in the other Mario Galaxy movie figure that we reviewed, which is Junior, the main villain of the movie. And here is Rosalina next to Junior. And Junior is shorter than Rosalina. Now, I don't know if these are all in scale with how they are in the movie, but I do know that Rosalina is just a tall glass of water. So she's very tall, so that might be accurate. I have no idea. I have no idea if these figures are in scale with the actual proportions of the characters. But that is Rosalina, a really awesome figure of the character. Like, I cannot wait to see how Brie Larson brings Rosalina to life. You know, she's the cosmic protector, but she's also the mother figure to the Luma creatures, these star alien type creatures. So that'll be really interesting to see the dynamic of. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care. Have a great night. And I'll see you in the next video.